Hi everybody, it's Judy, and I am here to introduce a new tool that we're going to be using in the boot camp. Eventually, we'll expand this to our entire teams, but I am using you guys as our guinea pigs to see how it works for you. I have no doubt that it's going to be a very effective tool. It's called the Power Hour. It's actually by Belinda Ellsworth. I've heard a lot about it, but honestly, I've never tried it myself. So what we're going to be doing this week is the fun part, which is putting together your Power Hour binder. And then each section we will learn as we go. So let's start with the binder itself. Okay, so here is the Power Hour binder. And I actually put together a front cover that has just a lot of different quotes that I thought were really appropriate for this particular task. And I just like this kind of stuff. This makes me happy. This is the kind of thing that will help me to every day pick it up, look at it, use it as inspiration, and use it effectively in my business. So this is our cover. And then inside, I bought the tabs that have pockets in them so that I could keep the information that I needed for each particular section. And so far, and we'll add to these tabs as we go, but so far the tabs that I have are host leads, recruiting leads, customer care, host coaching. And I have an 8 tab just because I know there's going to be some additional things that I want in here. I just haven't quite decided what that's going to be yet. So we're going to, this is going to evolve as we go through the boot camp. So I looked at Belinda's system and I wanted to make it work for me. So you can look at what Belinda has. You can look online. I got a lot of information from YouTube, or you can use what I've designed. I am a big user of Post-it notes, as you guys already know. So what I've done, and I don't know if you can see these, but they'll be available for you. We have a host lead list here, and underneath the Post-it note, it just says contact information, then there's a place for comments, and then the result. I like the Post-it notes because I can put all of the pertinent information here, and then if she decides that she wants me to follow up with her at a later date, I can pull off her Post-it note and add it to another page at a later date. So this is what and you can see they're blank because I've not really done this yet, but the intention here is to put her name, address, phone, email, all of that type of thing. How we connected. So if it was at a host party, I'm going to put the host that she went to, and if she had any other pertinent information. Sometimes I like to put kind of a reminding feature of them so that when I look at that, I remember who it was. So if she was a teacher, or we talked about having kids the same age or anything like that, I like keeping track of that kind of information as well. So this would be added to after every party. I'm going to put any contacts for future bookings. These are those people who didn't actually date the night of the party, but said they might be interested down the road. So that is our host lead list. Then the next section is a recruiting lead list, and same thing, information, and it's this exact same sheet other than it's set up for potential new consultants. Again, you can use this for leads that you get from the home office or through Facebook, through your parties, and just note where you met that person. The Post-it notes that you see here are actually normal size Post-it notes that I cut down to 2 inches. So instead of a 3x3, it's a 3x2. Okay, so then on to the customer care. What you can do is put your contact information from your parties, and this is just their sales receipts, in here until I have a chance to then transfer them onto the page. And on these, you have their name, the party host that you met them at, the date of the party, and then your contact schedule. And what we'll be doing is 2x2x2. So you want to contact your guests within 2 days of the party to thank them for coming and for their order. Then you're going to contact them within 2 weeks, at the 2-week mark, to see if they've started using their products and if they have any questions. And then at the 2-month mark. And then there's a place that you can put what your next step is going to be. Now, for some people, maybe you never actually talk to them. You just leave them a series of messages and you're just going to reach out to them in a few months. For others, you might have a reason to move them to your consultant list or to your host list. We're going to talk a lot more about customer care when we get a little bit further through the boot camp, but this is a good place to start with that. And then the next section will be on host coaching. We're not even going to go there right now. We're going to work on that in the coming weeks. And then the only other thing that you need to get at this point in time is the final set of tabs at the very back. I got a January through December set just to put in here. So what I would then do is if I have somebody from my lead list, host list, or my consultant list, for example, and I connect with them and they say not right now, but maybe give me a call in January or in the spring, then I can take their information. And again, that's right what we had talked about with the Post-its. I'll have these sheets also in on the monthly sheets, and I can just pull their Post-it and transfer it back here to, let's say they want to be called in the spring. I'll transfer it back here to a sheet here and just make a note, host wanted to be called for a spring party or whatever the case may be. So hopefully this will be a great tool for you. The materials are all available to you. So at this stage of the game, I want you to put together your binder and then we'll start putting it into practice with our Power Hour.